2 hours ago. I don't know why. I slept really well, but I woke up. I think because it's super windy outside. Oh no. I don't know what's going on outside. I don't know what's going on outside. It's so windy. It looks really cute though. Yeah, so I'm just gonna have a cup of tea and then I'm going to pack because I do have a client that is in very early labor and I should have packed a while ago, but I just lost track of time, like December. Have a doula hoodie, I have two, or a doula t-shirt, and then I wear scrubs on the bottom. So okay, so here's some of the stuff that I am packing as I prepare for a birth. So I've got my birth bag, this duffel right here. You know I can't do without the leopard print. I have my peanut ball. Most hospitals in town have their own peanut ball, but I always bring one just in case. I've got a yoga block, so helpful. I'm in this the Body Ready method training, and we're learning how to really implement that and help people use that to create, like help that baby shift down and create space in the pelvis. But anyway, I brought a heating pad. I had a client that she brought her own heating pad. It was great. And then the hospital gave her some of the ones that you dispose. And she labored naturally, totally unmedicated for 2 hours with heating pads and shaking of the apples. And then I have my clothes over here. So let's start packing. Come and pack with me. So just make sure it's got no holes in it, and it's nice firm because that's what we're going to use for side lying release. But anyway, so my yoga block. Actually, I'm gonna bring this one. What I do with the yoga block sometimes is I have birthing parent put one knee here and one knee's on the ground, and they just shift that pelvis, the one on the ground, up. And you can just do this to wake up your glutes if you sit a lot for work. So yes, and they do that stuff during labor. If you're not sleeping and you're coping really well, it's a workout. It's time to get a little workout in, a little Pilates. The heating pad I was talking about. And then clothes. I need to get a third set of scrubs, but I always have a doula shirt. This one says Mother the Mother, and I got it off of Etsy. It's kind of peeling already. Annoying. So I'll put that in there. My scrubs. I do bring a scrubs top, but I very rarely wear them. Honestly, yeah, I really like the pants though. So I just might get some pants and then like more doula t-shirts. So this is an extra set because you will get splashed with blood and amniotic fluid, and you should change before you go home. Always bring extra underwear and a bag to put my clothes in. I change in the bathroom at the hospital. You can either change in your client's room or just the regular bathroom down the hall. I use their family bathrooms. So I'm going to keep that there because that's what I'm going to wear. Oh gosh, if I get called. So there's that. Next up is my notepad. Let me grab that. Okay, so a couple of the other things that I put in here is my notebook. So I'll talk a little bit about I call it a labor summary that I take. And it starts when my clients start experiencing early labor symptoms. So if it's cramping, loss of mucus plug, a little tiny bloody show, contractions, a lot of like lower abdomen cramping, almost like period cramping. And then perhaps they've gone on a doctor's visit and they got a cervical exam and found out their dilation, effacement and station, right? So as early as I can, I start collecting that information in my notes. And I limit myself to one birth a month, so it's not super overwhelming, but I love taking notes, and it helps me understand. I can go back and reflect and debrief with my mentor, like how I felt, a labor went. Obviously, um, keeping their information confidential, but debriefing as a doula is really important, and you can't debrief if you don't remember or didn't write down what happened. So I'll start writing down as soon as I feel like they're experiencing early signs of labor. Same thing as they start to pivot and they're getting into more active labor. So their contractions pattern changes, they become more intense, more frequent, within an hour, a certain amount of time. The other thing I would say I'm getting really more comfortable with is, or like more able to see, I should say, is like reading people's body language. How are they verbalizing their cues? Like, it's really amazing to watch people shift from, oh yeah, I think I'm in labor, to like they're so focused, they're not concerned with anything that's going on in the room. So I'll start to write down, like, contractions change, I believe they're in active labor at this point, or perhaps we've already arrived to the hospital, the midwives have arrived and the cervical exam was done, and I got that information that way to confirm my suspicions. But now I can look, kind of just generally look at somebody and be like, oh, they're doing amazing. um, it's really capturing the progress, because I think sometimes people, they don't hear the dilation changing and they feel like they're not making progress, and that is not the case. If you vomit, that's progress, right? That to me is like shifts in your hormones are happening. There's a lot of hormone shifting going on in a very short span of time. So, and they're happening at specific points of labor. Um, so anyway, it's really important to capture that and be encouraging with people. So because you might have a mom that's been at 2 centimeters for like 20 hours or something, right? Like, and she's become defeated at this point. But I've seen moms go from 5 to 10 centimeters in 30 minutes. So everyone's body is different, and you just kind of, as a doula, we're constantly reminding them, like, your body knows what it has to do, and it may take a little bit longer. It may go a lot faster. We just gotta kind of observe it and see how it's going. But yeah, I look at how they change. If they've had any interventions, I annotate that as well. If they've been induced, how were they induced? Was it Pitocin? Was it Cytotec? Was it their waters broke on their own? Did someone else break their waters for them, as in like the labor and delivery nurse or the doctor? And the other things I look at too, look at them as a person in a sporting event. So if you've ever been someone's like food or water pit person at a race, that's basically what you're doing as a doula. So look at them. I had one client who was very clearly dehydrated, and I was like, you need to drink water and eat some saltine crackers or something, just to get a little bit of carbs and hydration back in the system. And it's not just water, it's also electrolytes. So just making sure that they're consuming and that you're consuming too. And I'll talk about that a little bit later. So taking notes. When did they start to feel to push? When did baby arrive? When did the placenta get delivered? Was there hemorrhaging? Did they have to get an episiotomy? Were they administered Pitocin postpartum to help with hemorrhaging or any of the other blood clotting drugs that are available? So capture a lot. If they were doing really well and then they had to get a C-section for an emergency, those are all the things that I capture in my summary. I also capture aspects of the newborn care exam. So how much did baby weigh, their length, their head circumference, their gender, and their APGAR score, which is like a little not to get into details, but it's kind of like a score when the baby's first born to determine like how are they doing right now. It's not a predictor of long-term health. It's just an indicator of like as soon as they were born, within the first like 5 to 10 minutes of life, how were they reacting? Were they breathing? Were they screaming? What was their overall disposition? So those are all the data points that I collect in the background that you may not see me, or my clients may not see me doing, but that information is really important to me. I come back home and I input it into my client portal, and I share those notes with them. Whether they read it or not, it's up to them, but I like to use it, and I especially like to look back on that information as a like learning, doing a debrief, you know, just having a better understanding of that particular process that happened. So that's why I take notes. Now I get hungry too, and I'm either most the 3 hospitals I'm really familiar with, they have a pretty good Starbucks lounge, and their food is bussin'. Like, let me tell you, some of the hospital kitchens make better food than restaurants in town. But things I definitely bring with me, I bring my own hydration source. Any kind of electrolyte, liquid IV, not my favorite. I'm about to go order my favorite right now, but it's pretty good. It's good enough for me. I keep it pretty late because I don't want to be like busting down food when my client's in labor. And let me tell you, I had an Uber driver that gave us these Harvest Snaps, and they have protein. So a whole bag is like, I don't know, 10, 15 grams of protein. Yeah. So I will bring this and that in a water bottle. And that's pretty much it, because I feel like I could get regular food in the hospital if I need to. I've learned a lot in the past year. I really have just been able to show up right at the active labor part. And that's been great because the partners are doing amazing. I mean, that's the point, right? Is to empower the partner to support the birthing person. And so it's been really nice when clients are like, they'll call me right before they have to push, or when they get to the hospital and they're in active labor. Because I'm like, okay, like they're doing the work, they're supporting each other. I'm just a little add-on, and I give dad or partner or support person a break. So that's been really nice. And then I think I talked about the peanut ball, but yeah, we do flying cowgirl. This helps the baby descend. So I'd say if mom has like a really good effacement, as in her cervix is thinning out really nicely, and she's, like around 3, whatever, she's dilating, but baby's still high. So there's this other piece of station, like how high baby is. This will get a baby down. And depending on how the contractions look like, if it's like, oh, it seems like baby's in a good position, then I'm gonna put this in between mom's legs, and it's not comfortable. So whenever I have a mom and I'm like, how do you feel? And they're like, I feel good. I'm like, then it's not in the right position. It's basically, I feel like it's camel pose from yoga, but like in lying on your side in a bed while pregnant and in labor. Yeah. So all the things. So you want the knee to be behind the hips, not in front, like this. And I should probably do this more often. But I can already feel it like stretching and opening up my psoas. And I could probably do it a little bit more, but I'm just recording. But anyway, so I'll come and do that for the mom to open up the psoas. Because like I said, I'm in the body ready method, and like the training, the psoas is like a highway for baby. These 2 really thick muscles inside your core. So stretching them out can really help release and create space so baby they kind of spin like a top really slow. They rotate to come out. So this is a must. I also have a cub. I love the cub, but I haven't had any clients use it yet. So I don't know if I'm bringing it, but it's deflated. If I get it on camera for this birth, I will. But that's pretty much everything I bring. Not to be too fancy, so I'm just gonna pack this away so I know where to come and get it. My doula sweaters, and that's it. That's how I show up. Try to keep it simple. So.
On do over. Okay, 4 sets. I hope we have enough music. I'm gonna hold on to this in case we don't. 8 left a short adagio, don't we all? However, we're gonna do 4 sets. Here we go. 6. Ooh. Short intro. 7. 8. 2, 3. 1. 2. 3. 4. Third arabesque. 2. Good. 1. 2. Quad Good. Other side. Yeah, he does love short intro. 1, 2, and 3. Good. Stay in your toes. This is slower. 5, 6, 7, 8. Écarté. 1, 2, 3, 4. Front raise. And finish. Okay, hang on. We're doing a little fast. Ready? 1, 2, maybe not. 3, and spin. It's not faster. 5, it might be slower. 6. This is my first one. And 1, 2. Ooh, falling over. 3. Okay, it's slower.